What began as a peaceful day at the beautiful Afrini beach in Kavala, Greece, soon spiraled into a nightmare that would haunt one family forever. For the family of Michele Bourda, a relaxing holiday turned into a desperate search for answers. Michele, a 59-year-old British woman, mysteriously vanished from Afrini beach on August 1st. She had been enjoying the sun while her husband napped just meters away. When her husband awoke, he found Michele gone, her phone and bag still resting untouched on her towel, as if she'd simply stepped away for a moment. Michele, who had made a life in Ceres with her Greek husband, was last seen around midday. She wore a rhinestone-studded swimsuit, bright yellow beach shoes, and striking red sunglasses, making her easy to spot. Yet she seemed to vanish without a trace. The suddenness of her disappearance, with no witnesses and all her belongings left behind, has left both authorities and her loved ones completely baffled. The family's heartbreak is compounded by the total lack of clues. Greek charity Lifeline Hellas quickly issued a silver alert highlighting the urgency and seriousness of the situation, and volunteers joined the search. Investigators are exploring every possible scenario, from a tragic swimming accident to the possibility that Michele may have chosen to walk away, but so far, nothing has been ruled out. Despite extensive searches by land and sea, there are still no answers, and the mystery only deepens as time passes. Each hour without news is agonizing for Michele's family, who cling to hope while fearing the worst, their anguish growing with every passing moment. In the days after Michele's disappearance, Greek authorities launched a massive search by land and sea. The Hellenic Coast Guard, local fishermen and volunteers scoured the coastline and waters, while police and community teams combed the beach and surrounding terrain. Every possible area, from dense vegetation to derelict buildings, was searched. The British Embassy issued notices, amplifying the call for information. Despite relentless efforts, not a single clue has emerged. The search continues, driven by hope and the determination to bring Michele home. The silence only heightens the urgency and fear. As days pass, hope for Michele's safe return fades, replaced by growing concern and speculation. With no witnesses or evidence, investigators are left with only questions. Authorities urge anyone who was at Afrini Beach on August 1st to come forward, no matter how small the detail. The silver alert remains active, and the case has drawn widespread media attention. The local community and search teams remain united, refusing to give up. For Michele's family, the wait is agonizing, a painful limbo with no closure. The mystery deepens and the search presses on. In a separate and deeply saddening tragedy, 78-year-old British tourist Margaret Davies lost her life after being discovered unconscious in a hotel swimming pool in Crete. The incident occurred at a popular luxury resort, a place where guests typically expect relaxation and safety, making the event all the more shocking for everyone present. Quick-thinking holidaymakers rushed to her aid, pulling her from the water and immediately administering first aid and CPR in a desperate attempt to revive her. Lifeguards and hotel staff joined the effort, and emergency services arrived swiftly on the scene. Despite their best efforts, Margaret was sadly pronounced dead after being transported to the hospital. In the aftermath, Greek authorities arrested the hotel director, manager, and a lifeguard on suspicion of negligence related to pool safety protocols. However, after initial questioning, all were later released as the official investigation into the circumstances of her death continues. The hotel management expressed their deepest condolences to Margaret's family, stating that their staff had followed all proper emergency procedures and safety guidelines during the incident. This heartbreaking event serves as a stark reminder of how quickly a holiday can turn tragic, even in environments that seem perfectly safe and secure. The sense of shock and grief was palpable among guests and staff alike. An official forensic report is still pending, which will hopefully clarify the exact cause of Margaret's death and determine whether any safety lapses contributed to the tragedy. The event has cast a somber shadow over the resort, leaving guests unsettled and raising important questions about the adequacy of safety standards and emergency preparedness at holiday destinations. For tourists traveling abroad, this incident is a sobering reminder that unforeseen risks can arise anywhere, and it highlights the importance of being aware of safety measures, even while on vacation in seemingly idyllic locations. The British Foreign Office is providing ongoing support to the families of both Michele Bourda and Margaret Davies. ensuring they are kept informed and comforted during this difficult time. Officials are working tirelessly to offer guidance, emotional assistance, and practical help as the investigations unfold. The UK government is also working closely with Greek authorities, fostering a spirit of international cooperation to resolve these troubling cases as swiftly and thoroughly as possible. These incidents, along with other recent tragedies involving tourists, have sparked growing concern about the safety of visitors in Greece, raising questions about how well-prepared destinations are for emergencies. While millions of people from around the world visit Greece safely each year, drawn by its beauty and culture, these rare but serious cases highlight the ongoing need for vigilance, improved communication, and robust safety protocols to protect travelers. In response, Greek authorities have dedicated significant resources to the search and investigations, deploying specialized teams and equipment to comb the islands and coastline. International cooperation and widespread media coverage have amplified the urgency, putting pressure on officials to find answers and reassure the public. For now, families and officials wait anxiously for any developments, hoping for closure and clarity in the midst of uncertainty. The search for Michele continues, with volunteers and professionals alike combing the rugged terrain and remote beaches for any sign of her. Meanwhile, the investigation into Margaret's death seeks accountability and answers, as officials piece together the events that led to tragedy. Behind the postcard-perfect scenes, these events are a sobering reminder that despite the allure of travel, real risks exist, and that safety must always remain a top priority for both tourists and authorities.